Last War survival game is quite fun to play, especially when it comes to upgrading heroes and fighting those zombies, either solo or in rallies with your allies. While these are the main aspects that make the game engaging and the ones that most of us focus on, I know I was, there is one element that can easily be overlooked but has a huge impact on gameplay: the survivors. So in this video tutorial, we'll share our tier list for the best survivors in Last War Survival based on their usability, type, and offered bonuses. Keep in mind that we'll be focusing on their types and not necessarily on the characters. That's because there are multiple survivors per type, and all grant the same bonuses. However, the yellow ones, you are rarity, give the best bonuses, and they are the ones you'll see in our tier list. Check out the links in the description for a more in-depth guide on survivors and how to recruit and upgrade them. Without further ado, let's dive into our rankings. The first survivor type in our tier list is instructors. Some good examples include Christopher or Hannah, which can increase the unit training cap by 5%. This is a fixed bonus, no matter their star rank. They also increase the number of trainees by 5 for each additional star level. And since the yellow and purple survivors can be upgraded up to 5 stars, that would mean 25 trainees in total. While this bonus is not terrible, it's not as impactful as the others on our list. And again, even having gray or green instructors is still better than not having any at all. Plus, you can assign multiple survivors per building, so you can still get a decent amount of extra bonuses, no matter their rarity, but I will put them in the C tier since they don't offer much compared to other types. Next up, we have the farmers, like Jack or Rebecca. These survivors increase food production speed by 50% plus an additional 10% for each star level. So at max rank, you would get a total of 100% bonus. This can be very useful, especially if you're constantly running low on food and need resources for building upgrades. I will put them in the B tier because while their bonuses are decent, food is the least important resource in the game. Next, we have the barn keepers, such as John or Amanda. These survivors provide a 12.5% increase in food protection, plus up to 7.5 million additional protection at max rank, 5 stars. This is incredibly helpful for protecting your food resource from enemy attacks. Not a lot of survivors offer protection bonuses, so this type is certainly valuable. Overall, they deserve the A tier because their bonuses are quite useful and can have a big impact on your gameplay. Next, the Vault Keepers. These survivors offer a similar bonus effect to the Barn Keepers, except that this one applies to your gold resource production. Vault Keepers like David and Maria offer a 12.5% increase in gold protection, plus an additional 2.5 million at max rank. Despite the lower extra bonus compared to the Barn Keepers, gold is a more valuable resource in the game. Plus, having extra protection for your vault can be crucial in preventing enemy raids and keeping your hard-earned gold safe, so I would put them in the S tier for their high impact on the game's progress. Moving on, we have the nurses. These survivors offer a 10% increase in unit healing rate, plus an additional 5% boost for hospital capacity at max rank. While this can be helpful as your army grows and battles become more intense, it's not as impactful in the early stages of the game, making this bonus less valuable overall. Therefore, I'm going to put them in the C tier. Next, we have officers such as Mark or Elizabeth. They provide a 5% increase in max units plus an additional 50 drill ground capacity at max rank. This is a great bonus for increasing your army and gaining more power in battles. It's not the most impressive bonus, but it certainly helps and can make a difference in tough fights. I believe that the A tier is the right place for them. Miners are similar to farmers, but for the iron resource, they offer a 50% production boost, plus an additional 10% for each star level up to max rank. This can be useful in upgrading buildings and defenses that require iron, but it is not as crucial as other bonuses on this list. Still, it's a tough decision. I'm thinking somewhere between the A and B tier, but for the sake of consistency, I'll put them in the B tier. Next, we have the gold miners. These survivors have a similar effect to miners, but on gold production. They can be very useful for accumulating more gold quickly and keeping up with the ever-increasing costs of tech research, gear crafting, and gear upgrades. I will put them in the A tier because gold is a more valuable resource, and having extra production boosts can make a big difference in your overall progress. Next on our Survivor tier list, we have the Iron Storage Keepers. They offer a 12.5% increase in iron protection, plus an additional 7.5 million at max rank. As mentioned earlier, having extra protection for resources is crucial in preventing enemy raids and keeping your progress steady. So I'm going to put them in the S tier. Moving to the next category, we have scientists like David and Emma. These survivors offer a 25% research speed boost, plus an additional 6 minutes of free speed-up time for each star level up to max rank. This is incredibly helpful in speeding up your research and unlocking new technologies faster. I'll go with the A tier because research is also a crucial aspect of the game's progress. Now, these are a must-have for any player. Lawyer-type survivors like Charles and Karen will give you 3 extra help tries from your allies per task, building upgrades or tech research, plus an additional 6 minutes of help time per star level, giving you a total of 30 extra minutes at max rank. They are a huge help in speeding up building and tech research tasks without having to consume more speed-ups. This is why I will put them in the S tier. Next up, we have mechanic survivors. These can be assigned to your gear factory building and offer a 7.5% crafting speed boost, plus an additional 2% for each star level, up to the maximum rank. While this bonus helps reduce production gold costs and increase the speed of crafting gear, it's not as crucial as other bonuses on this list, especially in the early game. I think I will place them in the B tier. The next survivor type on our list is the attendants. Karen and Catherine are good examples of excellent legendary survivors of this type. They reduce the elite recruit cooldown by 6 hours, plus an additional 3 hours at max rank. It's always nice to have increased chances of obtaining more survivors. And by the way, this bonus refers to the free recruiting option for survivors in your tavern. I think they fit perfectly in the A tier, because having more survivors is always a plus. Moving on, we have the builders. These are by far the best survivors to have. They provide 30 minutes of free speed-up time, plus an additional 6 minutes for each star level, making it a total of 1 hour of free speed-up time for building upgrades at max rank. This is a huge bonus, as building upgrades can take a long time, and consuming speed-ups is not always an affordable option. Therefore, they deserve a spot in the S tier. Lastly, we have hunters. These survivors offer an increase in loot accumulation by 4 hours plus an additional 5% resource output for each star level, up to the maximum rank. This refers to the armed truck loot located in front of your base, which by default can accumulate resources up to 8 hours of production. I will place them in the B tier because the percentage increase is not as significant compared to other bonuses, but it can still be useful in accumulating resources for building upgrades. And that concludes our list of survivors in Last War survival game. Remember, while some bonuses may seem small, they can add up by having multiple survivors in the same building. Choose wisely and make sure to replace your survivors whenever you get better ones for maximum efficiency. Have you recruited any yellow or purple survivors yet? Let us know in the comments below. Hit the like button if you find this video helpful, and subscribe to our channel for more Last War survival game guides and tips. Thanks for watching.